guys, started day 6 of my trip. Holy crap, what an adventure I had yesterday. By far the best day so far on the trip. I got out of Nebraska, and as soon as I hit Colorado, it went from like just all farms and some hills and trees to nothing but prairie, rolling hills, cows, and a couple of small like wheel farms. Farms that just, they're circles. Awesome, just awesome. You'll have seen the footage, and it doesn't do it justice. And that was going great, and then the wind picked up, and a storm starts rolling in up of 76. And in Connecticut, you have trees around you. I don't mind riding in a small storm because I know I'm not the tallest thing out there. Out on the prairie, I'm a huge target, and the wind picked up so bad that it damn near wants to blow me off the road. So I just pulled off. I forgot which road. I just pulled off like the next exit. It said Proctor. So I pull off the exit, and there's nothing there. There's nothing. There's just a road. So I take the road, and I'm following it, and I end up in this town of Proctor that's got 11 people in it. That's it. It's got one business, which is the garage to do the maintenance on farm equipment. It's got the general store, which has got a small restaurant in it, and it's got a gas and a diesel pump. That's it. Not digital, it's just regular rollers on it. You're pumping away and you're watching the numbers roll. And that is it. And it services the other small towns around it for repairs and gasoline. It's the only place for 16 miles to get gas. They were kind enough, the two women in there were so nice. They let me shelter in there for the storm. And let me tell you, you'll see footages of that. I didn't even get good footage of the storm. It just blew in lightning like I've never seen before. It just, fingers of lightning, and it just goes for miles. And the winds were crazy. Thank God it didn't hail, because the bike would have gotten beat to crap. I had it on the lee side of the wind, but it was bad. It was bad. And the people inside were so nice. The owner and his buddy, they're both the mechanics. They came in, and we were talking, having beer. I'm not going to refuse a beer from the owner of the establishment. He gave it to me. We drank it. We talked. Everybody thinks I'm a little nuts for driving that little bike all this way and then back, but we all know I'm a little nuts. So while I'm there, I learned about circles. 300 acres is a circle of crops. Didn't know that. Didn't know that hail really messed up corn. Learned that. And just talking to the folks there, it's so much more pleasant than trying to sit down and talk with people you don't know where I live. It's just easier. But so the storm lets up, and I was talking with the folks, and they said that I should probably stay off the interstate, off of 76, and take, I think it was 138, Colorado 138, which will go into Colorado 14. And it's more scenic, they said, and it's more direct to Fort Collins. 76 would take me south of Fort Collins, and then I'd have to get on 25 to go north to it, where this route, it's a straight line, as straight as you're going to get. So I do it, and it's a nice little road. It's just a little 2-lane road, and speed limit's like between 60 and 70. If you go through a small town, you got to slow down to 45. So I'm humming along at 70 miles an hour, and all I can see in the distance is just expansive space. It's just hills and cows and fields and old houses that are abandoned and silos. It's typically what you would think if you're going to ride through the West. So I'm riding, and then the wind picks up, and it goes from like 10 or 15 miles an hour to starts gusting 35, 40, and it's blowing the bike to hell. I'm all over the road, and I got semis coming from the other direction, and my bike wants to be in front of those semis. I wasn't happy. And then I see a storm rolling in again, another one. And this one's bigger than the other one, the first one. And I got no place to go. There's nothing. I'm on a stretch. There's nothing at all. There's a couple of windmills to pump houses or to tanks, but that's it. And now the storm's coming up on me, and it's scaring the shit out of me because it's just, there's too much lightning, and I'm worried that the hail will start. So I get going, and I'm leaning into it to the point where I'm down to 45 miles an hour. I'm canted over like this, trying to keep the bike upright, and then I'm going like this, and I'm all over the road. It's insane. So finally, way off in the hills, I see buildings. Don't have any idea what they are. I just see buildings. It's getting darker because of the storm, and it's getting closer. And I see this road. It says County Road 15, dirt road. All right, I'm going because I need to get out of it. I gotta get out of this. I was worried. So I get on this little dirt road, and I start going. The wind takes me, and it dumps me off the road into like the little gully on the side. And I can't get out of it. I mean, it's not big. It's only like, 10 or 15 inches up, and it's a decent slope, but it's all loose. And I'm trying to ride and bump out of it, and ride and bump out of it. I can't get out of this thing. And I almost dumped the bike. And I'm like, shit. So I finally decide I get off the bike, and I walk it out, and I'm just gunning. I'm throwing a rooster tail, trying to get out of this thing, and I finally get up on what's supposedly level. It's still round. And I start going. I'm doing about 45 down this road, and the back end's bopping all over the place because it's a loose dirt road. It's used, but it's just loose. I get up, and I see the sign for these buildings. I should have written it down, but I wasn't even paying attention. All I know is it was a training camp for horse riders, for like barrel racing and calf roping. So I go up I take a left, and I'm going up this long driveway, and I get to this group of houses. Now there's a main house. There's a main house as you're driving in. There's a main house. There's some outbuildings. There's a single wide, and then up behind it is this huge barn building. So I stop in front of the house, and 3 dogs come charging out of the yard, like a beagle and like a shepherd mix, and I couldn't tell you what the other one was. They're yapping and yapping and yapping. If I had any sense of mind, I would have filmed it because it would have been great, but I didn't. They won't let me near the house, and I'm yelling and yelling. Anybody in the house? Anybody around? The wind's picking up more. The lightning's getting closer, and I'm like, shit. So I get back on the bike, and I go up towards the barn, and I park as close to the barn as I can. I didn't want to I could have taken the bike inside, but as it is now, I'm trespassing. I'm in, like, Colorado, where they probably have the right to shoot me for trespassing. I don't know. So I park the bike on the lee side again, right up near the barn. And I go in the barn, and I'm yelling again. Anybody around? It's a huge barn. It's like a metal roof, metal building. 5 or 6 horses in their stalls. Nobody's around. And then the storm just blasts in. Lightning. Feel the barn shaking. The horses are uncomfortable. And I just sit. I'm just sitting there and waiting this thing out, watching lightning. I did some footage, so you may have seen that, because I'm doing this for day 6, not day 5. So I'm sitting there, and I'm just thinking to myself, great, I'm going to be sitting here, and somebody's going to come up behind me with a shotgun and club me over the head with it, thinking I'm a trespasser. And at this point, I'm just like, whatever. I'm having such a good time. That is the adventure that I was looking for. So I'm there for 45 minutes, maybe an hour, maybe a little less. Couldn't tell you. My cameras are running low on battery. My phone is dead, completely dead. It has enough that I can turn it on and try to get a quick check on a satellite, and then it dies. So I finally decide, I gotta do something, and I'm waiting, and the storm rolls by. It's still raining, and it's still windy, like 25, 30, and you can see the lightning. I mean, you can see forever. And then I took off. I'm like, screw this, I gotta get out of here. As I look over around the barn to where I have to go, the clouds open up a little, and it's like a postcard. Rocky Mountains, snow up top. You can see the foothills It was amazing, amazing. So I figure I got a chance because it's getting clearer. So I jump on the bike, gently get back out to the blacktop because now it's a little muddy, and I'm not going back off the side again. So I get to the blacktop and off we go again. And the way the road goes, at first I'm going and I'm seeing, okay, I'm going into the clear. Then the road bends and I'm going into another storm. And there's nothing around. There's nothing around. I'm already like 5 or 6 miles away. And I'm like, oh crap, I'm going to get it again. Where am I going? I'm looking everywhere for, I'll take anything. I'll take a gully. And I'm going into it, and then the road bends again the other way. And now I'm going towards Fort Collins. And not blue skies, but I can see the mountains. And that storm that I thought I was going to get hit with passes to my south. So it was about 35 miles from that barn to where I'm at now in Fort Collins. I'm going to explore Fort Collins today and hopefully have some footage for you. Then I'm staying here tonight too. My body needs to rest. I'm at, let's see if you can see. No, you can't see. I'm at 5,100 feet. I'm at 5,100 feet and I'm feeling the altitude. I know it's not really high, but for me living in basically sea level, it's high enough. And I have a slight lung condition that's, I'm feeling it. So I'm taking an extra day to rest here. I'm going to do bike maintenance. I did 511 miles yesterday. That's enough. That's enough. I'm at 2,062 miles total. And this old body needs a rest. So I'm taking it. A friend of a friend is letting me stay here. His name's Scott. He and his wife are letting me stay. We're going to go up into the mountains when he gets back from doing his chores. And I'll get some footage, get some pictures up there, and then we're going to plan my route through the mountains for tomorrow when I leave. And I don't know where I'm going. Don't know. Scott is a backpacker. He's done the Appalachian Trail, the whole thing. He's done the Pacific Crest Trail, the whole thing with my buddy. So he's a mountain guy and a backpacker guy. He knows things that I should go see. And we're going to set up a little trip for me through Utah. And that'll be fun. That'll be fun. That'll start tomorrow. And I'll probably do a day and a half in Utah. So that's the update. I'm sorry it's taking so long to get these things up to you guys. I'm sorry that I haven't been able to comment back. Scott doesn't have internet service, so I'm going to a Starbucks. I'm going to go to a Starbucks today and upload everything I have up to this, and I'll upload this too. But I'm getting all the comments on my phone, so I do see what you're commenting, and I'm trying to keep up. I appreciate everybody signing up. I appreciate y'all watching, and bear with me. The trip really has just begun. I was talking to my wife today, and I told her, just coming through Colorado and everything I went through yesterday, that whole crazy day, that made my trip. It's awesome. Just the trip is just awesome. That's all I got. I'm going to say goodbye. I'll see you on the road. Please keep sending comments. I do enjoy them, and I am going to get back to you today. So send comments, rate the videos. If you got someplace that you think I should see from between here and California, and I'm going like down through Utah. I plan on leaving Utah via the hell. I can't remember. Altitude's really messing me up. Anyways, I'm going out the southwestern corner of Utah. So, see you on the road. Thanks for watching.